कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंद ब्रज जन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 3, text number 42. Evam prashnam rishin purvam apriccham pitur antike nabruvan brahmana putra तत्र कारणमुच्यताम्। एवं प्रश्नं ऋषीन् पूर्वम् अपृच्छं पितुरन्तिके नाब्रुवन् ब्रह्मणः पुत्रा तत्र कारणमुच्यते। एवं प्रश्नं ऋषीन् पूर्वम् पृच्छं पितुरन्तिके नाब्रुवन् ब्रह्मणः पुत्रा तत्र कारणमुच्यताम्। एवं प्रश्नं ऋषिं पूर्वम् अपृच्छं पितुरन्तिके नाब्रुवन् ब्रह्मणः पुत्रा तत्र कारणमुच्यताम्। एवं प्रश्नं ऋषिं पूर्वम् अपृच्छं पितुरन्तिके नाब्रुवन् ब्रह्मणः पुत्रा तत्र कारणमुच्यताम्। Mataji. Evam prashnam rishin purvam apricham piturantike na bruvan brahmana putra tatra karanamuchyata. So, word to word translation. Evam, similar. Prashnam, a question. Rishin, to the sages. Purvam, previously. Apricham, I asked. Pituhu, of my father, Ikshvaku Maharaj. Antike, in front. Na abruvan, they did not speak. Brahmana, O Lord Brahma. Putraha, the sons. Tatra, of that. Karanam, the reason. Uchyatam, please say. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Once in the past, in the presence of my father Maharaj Ikshvaku, I placed a similar question before 4 great sages who were sons of Lord Brahma, but they did not answer my question. Please explain the reason for this. Purport. According to Srila Sridhar Swami, the word Brahmana Putra, the sons of Brahma, refer to the 4 Kumaras headed by Sanaka Rishi. Srila Madhvacharya has quoted a verse from the Tantra Bhagavata stating that the reason the 4 sons of Lord Brahma, although Mahajans and expert in the science of devotional service, declined to answer King Nimi was that they wanted to demonstrate clearly that even those who are expert in the cultivation of speculative knowledge cannot understand the actual science of pure devotional service. Srila Jiva Goswami has further commented that the sages avoided answering the questions from the king because at that time King Nimi was a young boy and therefore not mature enough to understand the answer fully. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are reading the continuation of Maharaj Nimi's questions to Nava Yogendras. So what we are reading, what we have read till now, I just recap in short. Maharaj Nimi was asking few questions to Nava Yogendras. The first question he asked that what is the best for the every living being? What is the best thing? So the Nava Yogendra said the best thing is bhakti. To perform bhakti is the topmost understanding of spiritual enlightenment. So after explaining that thing, bhakti has to be done in the association of devotees. So taking shelter of the guru and parampara is what is expected. So that was the second reply given. Who are devotees? How to identify devotees? What are the qualities of devotees? How to take shelter of the guru? All these things have been described. After that, the description, it is described, the question arises that how the devotees can get affected by Maya, or how Maya affects even the devotees, how Maya works actually. That has been described. And how this Maya is acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Who is that Supreme Lord? Then next question arises, who is that Supreme Lord? That is Lord Narayan. Now after hearing all these things, Nimi Maharaj understood that one has to perform devotional service to the Supreme Personal Godhead, Lord Narayan. Now to perform the service, devotional service of Lord Narayan, well, it is not so easy, because generally the conception of doing bhakti means we have to give up everything. People generally say, oh, I cannot do bhakti now. Maybe in my old age I will do bhakti because I have some responsibilities nowadays. I have family, I have children, I have parents, I have job, and so many things are there, so I cannot perform bhakti now. Because people have understanding that bhakti means we have to give up everything. So Nimi Maharaj was saying, bhakti will come later. First tell me about karma yoga. The process of karma yoga is being asked here. So this process of karma yoga, when he asked Navayogendra, the shocking reply of Avirhotra, one of the Navayogendra, was that this karma yoga is indirect process of bhakti. Karma yoga is indirect one. One should not make himself busy in karma yoga. One should perform sadhana bhakti. That is bhakti performed under rules and regulation in the direction of Guru. And for that purpose he introduces deity worship. So those things will come in future verses. But now for present verse, I will read it again. Nimi Maharaj is asking a question to Avirhotra Navayogendras, one among the Navayogendras. He says, once in the past, in the presence of my father Maharaj Ikshvaku, I placed a similar question. What was that similar question? That what is karma yoga? Or how to practice karma yoga? So, for that purpose, I placed a similar question before 4 great sages who were sons of Lord Brahma. So, Maharaj Nimi, when he was a child, he asked a question to the 4 sages, the Chatushkumaras, in front of his father. The question was how to practice karma yoga. But at that time, the 4 Kumaras didn't answer the question. They neglected, or they skipped the answer. And because Nimi Maharaj didn't get the reply, he was little bit surprised. Oh, such a great sages, such a great exalted people, the sons of Lord Brahma, they are not answering my question. So generally, 2 things happens when somebody doesn't reply to our question. First, he doesn't value that question. Or second, he doesn't know the answer. This is what generally we see. Somebody doesn't reply to the question means he doesn't value at all. You are not. Once a question was asked to Neil Armstrong. The Neil Armstrong, we know that the first person to land on the moon. And he was asked by a reporter. At that time there was a huge conspiracy theory was going on that whether a man landed on moon or not. So one reporter asked the question, so you say that you have landed on the moon, but the conspiracy theory says that it is all fake. What is your reply? So Neil Armstrong says, you don't deserve the answer. He just said and left the place. You don't deserve the answer. Now, it is such a humiliating experience for the reporter that he don't even consider this as a question at all. Of course, forget how we perceive or other perceive. That is not a different thing. We are not discussing on that. But the thing is that somebody doesn't reply to the question means either he doesn't know the answer or he doesn't value that question itself. So when Nimi Maharaj asked the question to Chatush Kumaras, does it mean that the question was useless? Or does it mean that sages didn't know the answer? Because they didn't give the answer. So here Nimi Maharaj was perplexed and wanted to know from Nava Yogendras. Why from Nava Yogendras? Because Nava Yogendras are the followers of these Chatush Kumaras. They are into yoga sadhana. They are also staying on the same loka where Chatush Kumaras are staying. The Nava Yogendras are staying on the Mahar Loka planet, where that planet is governed, or you can say is controlled by Chatush Kumaras. So naturally Nimi Maharaj asked the disciples of Chatush Kumaras, the Nava Yogendras, why your guru didn't answer my question? Was it wrong to ask such question? And for that purpose, Avirhotra started to reply. We'll reply in future, we will hear those things. The reason which Jiva Goswami says in this purport, the Jiva Goswami says at that time Nimi Maharaj was a young child. And being a young child, he was not eligible to understand the answer of that question. Just like for simple question, as I have seen that you have a small granddaughter, right, Prabhu? If that small granddaughter asks you the question, grandfather, please tell me how I become your granddaughter. How I become your granddaughter? You may say, oh, once there was a Christmas and I prayed to Santa Claus that I need a wonderful granddaughter. And Santa Claus, one night I prayed it to Santa Claus, and the next morning I saw, oh, you were there. In that way Santa Claus gifted me you. So hearing these words, maybe your granddaughter may be satisfied. Oh, I have been gifted by Santa Claus. Because she is a small child, she may not understand how a child is born. So because she doesn't understand the intricacies of the childbirth, does it mean that you are making a false statement? Are you making, are you deceiving her, or cheating her? No. It is just that the child is not capable to understand the process of birth. And that's why you have given a reply which she can understand on her level. Right, Prabhu? But let's say after some years, she grows up. And after growing up, she realized, oh, my grandfather cheated me. I was not given by Santa Claus. I was actually born in the hospital. Then she approaches you again and said, why grandfather, why you deceived me? Then you will say, I didn't cheated you. It is only that you are so small that you will not understand. Actually, you are being gifted to us by the doctor in the hospital. We brought you, we purchased you from the hospital. Again, after hearing this thing, because she is a child, she will also accept that statement again. Because what she sees, what she knows, that every time when somebody is taking birth, the child is brought from the hospital. She knows only that. So hearing the statement of yours, she will say, okay, fine. But again, is that statement true? No. Why the grandfather or somebody reply certain kind of answers? The reason is that the child is not eligible to understand it. But slowly, when the child grows up, he slowly try to understand, oh, the reasons are different. Similarly, in the process of bhakti or in the process of spirituality, sometimes a sadhaka may ask certain questions and a guru may or may not reply the answer. And the disciple may say, why my Guru Maharaj is not answering the question correctly? So we have to understand that if we are eligible enough to understand, our Guru will certainly reply, will answer the questions. But if we are not qualified enough, the Guru may decide not to reply. Again, there are instances where people hear many classes. So somebody has asked me, Prabhu, in your class you said this thing. But in another Prabhu's class, I have heard a different reply. Why there is a difference between your statements? Why you both are not on the same page? That means both of you are going in the wrong direction. Either one of you must be right. So who is right? You or that other devotee? Again the reply was, it is not like that. Generally, the speaker in a Bhagavatam class reply or give the content of the class depends on the maturity of the audience. If the audience is not mature enough, what is the point in explaining big philosophical tattvas? You may be a good Bhakti Shastri, good Bhakti Vaibhav person, but if that description of yours is not able to be grasped by the audience, what is the use of speaking those things? It is important for the speaker to understand that we have to speak so that the people may understand. And the nature of the people decides the content of the class also. So, the spiritual truths varies according to the audience. That's why we see there was one person who asked me, oh, if God is one, then why there are so many religions? We see so many religions are there in this world. If God is one, there must be one religion. And because of there are so many religions, there is always fighting happening around the world. So why God is doing like this? So the answer to the question is, why there are so many religions? Actually, there are not many religions. There is only one religion, but there are different ways to understand than one religion. Just like when we go to the school, we read maths. So when I was a child, I was going to the school and my teacher was teaching me how to do multiplication of 4 digits number. So I was trying to solve the problem. My teacher has taught me the method. So that a regular method which we know. So when I was solving, my uncle happened to come to my house and he was seeing how I am solving the question. But he said, oh, why you are doing such a tedious method of solving the multiplication? I will teach you another method of solving multiplication. I will teach you lattice method. Now lattice method, the traditional method is tabular method. And my uncle was saying, I know another method called lattice method. And he taught me. And it was so easy. It was much easier than the regular tabular method that has been taught in the school. So I become very excited. Oh, I know something different. Now I go to the school, I will teach my other friends also. So when I solved the problems with the lattice method as taught by my uncle, and I went to school, the teacher saw the solution and she shouted at me, "What is this nonsense? Did I taught you in this way? Why are you writing in this way?" But I said, "Oh, my uncle has taught me. Bring your uncle to me." She shouted at me. Next day I had to bring my uncle. And the teacher started shouting and yelling at my uncle, saying that, "You may be right, but these children's will get confused. You will teach them only one aspect of the mathematics. But if they don't develop faith in me, in my teaching, in future they will have problems. So even though your method is right, but I know my audience, I know the children's, I am taking care of the children's, let me teach them according to what I know, according to the national syllabus which has been given by the government." So why I am saying all this thing? The religion is only one, and that religion is to love God. That is the religion. But many different philosophers, many different saints, many different prophets, they came to this world and they taught different aspects how to approach the same Supreme Lord. And everybody has devised their own ways and means to approach the same Supreme Lord. And the problem is that the problem is not with the personality who has established that path, but the problem is with the followers. What followers do? Just like in the school, they say, "My school is best." Others say, "No, my school is best." And in that way, both of them start fighting. Whereas in the school, the same thing is being taught. The same maths is being taught in school A and same math is taught in school B. But if the kids become egoistic and they start blaming, "My school is the best school," then again it is the childish behavior. The problem in this world is not because of religion. The problem in this world is because they don't understand the purpose of their founder, why they have propounded that way of worship. The purpose, if they understand, then they will realize that there is such a nice, all the religions complement each other. They go to the same path, they direct one to the same path of spiritual understanding. But of course, there are different process, different ways in which they are being taught. So we have to understand it in that way. So here, the four Kumaras didn't answer the question of Nimi Maharaj because he was a child. The process of understanding Karma Yoga is not so easy. Presently also, now we will speak about Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? So in Bhagavad Gita, we read 4 types of yogas. The one is Karma Yoga, second is Jnana Yoga, third is Ashtanga Yoga, and fourth is Bhakti Yoga. These are the 4 yogas which we read from Bhagavad Gita. Now what is the meaning of Karma Yoga? Karma means action and yoga means to join. So Karma Yoga means to join ourselves with the Supreme by the process of action. Yoga means joining. Joining who? The soul to be connected with the super soul. And the process of doing that, the connection of the soul to the super soul, and the process is karma. Using karma, we are connecting the soul to the super soul. That's why it is called Karma Yoga. So when we perform karma to please the Supreme Lord, that becomes Karma Yoga. It is not that every karma is a karma yoga. It is not like that. Karma yoga specifically and explicitly means when we perform the action for pleasing the Supreme Lord. Yajnarthat karmanu anyatra. The karma should be performed to please the Supreme Lord. And when we perform such action, then it is called karma yoga. It is not becoming a philanthropical, becoming socially good person. That is not karma yoga. Karma yoga specifically means performing an action to please the Supreme Lord, not to the society, not to in the politics, not like that. So, when we perform action to connect the soul to the super soul, that is called karma yoga. What is jnana yoga? Again, using knowledge to connect soul with the super soul, that is called jnana yoga. Not everybody who reads the scripture is a jnana yogi. No. That knowledge which helps the soul to connect to the super soul, that is jnana yoga. Similarly, Ashtanga yoga and similarly Bhakti yoga. There are many variations of bhakti, we say. There is what we call Desha bhakti, means patriotism. Sometimes people say there is Pitru bhakti, Matru bhakti. Matru means devotion to parents. So these are good. There are very nice aspects. That is devoting to parents, devoting to the country, devoting to the society. That's good, no doubt. But that is not Bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga specifically means devotion directed towards the Supreme Lord. That is Bhakti yoga. So presently, as a practicing devotees, every one of us, surprisingly, we are not performing Bhakti yoga, we are performing Karma yoga. Now, how is it like that? So what is Karma yoga? Again, in Bhagavad Gita, a very profound verse or very definitive verse of Karma yoga is Yat karoshi yad ashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kauteya tat kurushu madarpanam. Here, Karma yoga is defined. Yat karoshi, whatever you do. Yad ashnasi, whatever you eat. Yad juhosi, whatever you give. Do it as an offering unto me, that is Supreme Lord. So, what is Karma yoga? Whatever you are doing, just offer it to the Supreme Lord, Krishna. It becomes Karma yoga. I will tell you one small story how to understand the difference between Karma yoga and Bhakti yoga. Karma yoga and Bhakti yoga, there is a difference. So, once there is a young girl who was just married to his dream boy. Dream boy means she used to love a boy and she got married to him. And she was thinking how I can please my husband. So once she happened to visit an ISKCON temple. And there was a Sunday feast class was going on. Our Hari Bhakti Prabhu was giving class. And in that class, Hari Bhakti Prabhu was saying that, we should offer best to the Supreme Lord. Whatever we have something best, we should offer to the Supreme Lord. We should not offer ourselves when we are old. We should practice bhakti at the youth, when we are at the prime youth of our age, because we should offer everything best. What is the point in offering old, torn out body when we are not able to do anything? We will give best thing. Even if you offer a flower, offer the best flower. If you do something for the Supreme Lord, do the best for the Supreme Lord. Just like if you know painting, then make a nice painting and offer to the Supreme Lord. If you know embroidery, make a best embroidery and offer to the Supreme Lord. So in the class, the Prabhu was saying, we should always offer, if we love somebody, means we should offer him the best we know. Yes, Prabhu? Right? So Hari Bhakti Prabhu gave this class. And that girl who was recently married, she thought, oh, such a nice thing. I love my husband very much. So I will use Hari Bhakti Prabhu's instructions to please my husband. So I will give whatever best I know to him. So she understood my husband is very foodie. He likes food very much. So what food I can prepare for him which I know the best? So she thought, oh, I know how to make dhokla nicely. You know dhokla? The dhokla is it's like a cake kind of thing made from chickpea flour. So she thought, let me offer the best which I know, that is dhokla. So in the evening when husband came from the office, she offered him the dhokla. After eating the item, he became so pleased. He said, oh, such a wonderful preparation you have made. Okay, again, forget about the dhokla word, may not understand. Let's say cake. So the husband said, oh, such a wonderful cake you have made. So nice, so tasty, so puffy. I liked it a lot. And he became very pleased. So the girl thought, oh, such a good idea. Hari Bhakti Prabhu's plan is working. So next day again when the husband came from the office, husband asked, what you prepared today? She said, the one which you like most, cake or dhokla. So he thought, okay, again dhokla or again cake. He ate. He was very happy because recently he got married. He cannot blame also. Third day, again when the husband came from the office, he was thinking, what will my wife cook? And that time, again, wife said, today I prepared the best which I know. And that was dhokla. Again the dhokla she made. Now the husband became mad. He was thinking, what is this? Every day she is making dhokla. Next day also if she makes dhokla, I will make her dhokla. I will beat her. So next day, husband when he came from the office, he asked her wife, so what is in the menu today? She said, today I made something special for you. And what is that special? Dhokla. Husband becomes so upset and so angry. And he started yelling at her wife, oh, don't you understand? Every day the same thing again and again. The wife said, but that is what I understand. One whom you love, you gave the best. And only thing I know, the best thing which I know is dhokla. So I am giving it and offering it to you. So does it mean our Hari Bhakti Prabhu class was useless? Because she was following the instruction that whatever best you know, you should offer it to your beloved one. Which is true. But what was going wrong here? The wrong was, she is offering the same thing again and again without understanding what husband will like. She is offering what she knows best. But she is not thinking what my husband like most. So that is a difference. So that is what Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga is. In Karma Yoga, we offer what we know best. We do what I like the most. But in Bhakti Yoga, we do what other person likes. So Karma Yoga means what I like. And in Bhakti Yoga means what Krishna likes. I will do whatever Krishna like. So whether I like it or not, if Krishna likes it, I will also do that. So similarly, we have to understand, presently everyone, most of us who are practicing bhakti or in the sadhaka stage, what we are actually doing is the same thing. We are dovetailing our propensities. We are using our propensities in the service of the Lord. Somebody likes to cook, somebody likes to sing, somebody likes to preach, somebody likes to do the management things. Everybody is trying to serve the Supreme Lord according to His likings. But we have to ask Krishna, Krishna, please tell me how should I serve you that will pleases you. Tell me how can I serve you that will pleases you. So Bhakti Yoga starts when we stop keeping ourselves at the center and keep Krishna as a center. But how we'll understand what Krishna likes? Here the role of spiritual master comes. Spiritual master understands the heart of the Supreme Lord, and that's why we have to serve Guru Maharaj as a representative to the Supreme Lord. Whatever Guru orders us, whatever Guru expects us to do, we should perform that. Then it becomes bhakti. If we follow the instructions of the Guru without questioning or without saying, oh Guru Maharaj, I don't like this seva, I will not do it. Of course, the Guru being very compassionate on us, he will naturally give us that seva which we are comfortable in. But that doesn't mean that if someday Guru Maharaj says, Prabhu, enough with your deity worship seva. Tomorrow onwards, go and wash the toilets. You may say, oh, I don't like cleaning toilets and maintenance and cleanliness. I don't like it. It is for other people. I will do only deity worship seva. No, one should, whether we like it or not like it. Guru is saying, then we must do. When we surrender ourselves in such a way to the Guru's instruction, that becomes Bhakti Yoga. But if we don't surrender to the instruction of Guru, rather we do what we like to do. Of course, it will be also devotional service, no doubt. But that is Karma Yoga, not Bhakti Yoga. So that is a difference between Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga we have to understand. So this aspect of Nimi Maharaj is asking the process of Karma Yoga. Again, we should not stick ourselves on Karma Yoga. We have to rise from Karma Yoga platform to the Bhakti Yoga platform. If we don't rise, again in further verses, Avirhotra is saying this Karma Yoga is an indirect way of spiritual progress. This is not recommended. Karma Yoga is not recommended by Avirhotra. But in the beginning stage, we generally see that devotees are being asked to perform Karma Yoga. So, how to understand all these things? Let us summarize what we have discussed till now. That Karma Yoga is good. Karma Yoga means utilizing our inclination to serve the Lord. But that is not the highest. Rather, we should rise from this platform and come up to the platform to Bhakti Yoga, where we should perform those things which Guru and Krishna wants us to do. So that if we rise to that platform, only then we are practicing bhakti. Till that time, we are doing bhakti, some aspect of bhakti, but which is not actual bhakti. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochate na kankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti labhate param. Krishna says, when we reach to the Brahma bhuta stage, from there actually bhakti starts. Presently we are struggling so much with our own anarthas. Actually we are not practicing bhakti in whatever way we are doing. Bhakti starts when we discipline ourselves under the direction of a guru. Then bhakti starts. So whoever is a practicing sadhaka, whoever wants to advance in spiritual life, one has to come to the platform surrendering to the Guru's instruction. Of course, as I have said initially, the Guru gives only those instructions as per the maturity of the disciple. But it is expected that the disciple should mature and rise to the platform of doing whatever Guru is expected him to do. So, here the process of Karma Yoga will be explained in future verses, and how Avirhotra will defy the process of Karma Yoga and will establish Sadhana Bhakti as the better option compared to Karma Yoga. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. It's almost a time. If we don't have any questions, we can skip it. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai. Hare Krishna.